If you're thinking about changing schools, why wait? At Manhattan University, love those guys. You don't have to start over. With transfer-friendly pathways, your credits count, and you keep moving forward. From day one, you're part of Jasper Nation, preparing for the real world. And with New York City just a train away, opportunity is everywhere. Ready to move forward without missing a step? Visit manhattan.edu/transfer and enroll today. Manhattan University. Don't start over. Move forward.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Back on Sid and Friends in the Morning. He's a regular on this program now. Like I said, when I lived in the state of Florida, nearly 16 years in Boca Raton, he was the governor, and he was a great governor. I know everybody loves Ron DeSantis. Trust me, Rick Scott was a great governor. Now, of course, he has spent the last bunch of years as a fantastic senator from the state of Florida and a Sid Rosenberg regular, one of my favorites, Rick Scott. Rick, good morning, buddy. How are you?
You're going to be back. You know, you should come back when you're young, all right? Don't wait until you're old. You should come back when you're young. I mean, so it's going to happen. Just, go ahead and do it. Bite the bullet.
Oh, you're funny.
Better.
I had Sean Hannity on a 45-minute phone call. I'm not exaggerating, Rick. 45 minutes last week. He said the same thing. He said, by the way, today it's 12 degrees in New York. It's 76 here. I know it was cold the last couple of days down there, but that day, 76. No state tax, no crime. He said, what are you doing, Sid? You're doing this to yourself.
Don't you like yourself? Don't you like your family? Don't you like your friends? You should get them all to get the heck out of there. Mamdani is going to, think about it. He doesn't like law enforcement, right? He doesn't want to, he doesn't want to get rid of criminals, right? He doesn't want to put people in prison, right? And he wants to, have the government run. Don't you think it'll be better when the government runs everything, the grocery stores, the gas stations and everything? That's what he wants to do. So now it didn't work. You know what I find fascinating about these socialists? Why don't they move? Instead of screwing up our system, why don't they just go move to Cuba? Hey, that's a good socialist place. Or why aren't they anxious getting over there to Russia? Thousands of people moving to Russia, hundreds of thousands every year, probably, right? No. How about Cuba? No, people are leaving Cuba in droves. They said they can't even survive. So it's crazy what's going on in New York City.
Oh, God, it is. I'm staring out the window right now, Rick. We've got snow and ice piles that are literally 8 feet high. We've got garbage all over the streets. I mean, this guy, his first real crisis, Jihad boy, Mayor Mamdani, I call him, Jihad boy. His first real crisis was this snowstorm. It was a legitimate snowstorm, but he had plenty of time to prepare. I mean, we got hotel rooms in the city 2 days in advance because we knew about this. We knew about the cold temperatures for 2 weeks. We knew about the accumulation. We knew about all of it. There was no surprise. And yet, 9 days later, we are still in the middle of hell.
Oh, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. I mean, he wants to take over all the apartments. He wants to do everything. If you think about how this country was built, it was built on capitalism. People taking, busting their butt, working hard like our parents had to do to get ahead. And like they gave us the opportunity to do, but he wants to say, no, come on, that's not fair. If you don't want to work, you should do just as well as the people that want to work. There's something wrong with those people that want to work, he probably thinks.
Yeah, you're right. And talking about not fair, and look, I don't watch the Grammy Awards, Rick. I don't care. I love music, I do, but I still listen to rock and roll bands from the 1970s. I hate the music today. I don't like rap music. I don't like these young kids.
No.
So I don't watch it, but of course I have to cover it. So I came in Monday morning, and I noticed there were like 90 clips from the night before, mostly of Bad Bunny, who's embarrassing the National Football League, and this Billie Eilish, who lives in this beautiful mansion, who's surrounded by armed guards every day. She said, the land is stolen. Well, you tell me, Senator Rick Scott, if the land is stolen, isn't the money she's made, the millions, isn't that stolen too? And if the land is stolen, why doesn't she give it back to the Native Americans today?
I know, not their land. I mean, come on, Sid. Not their land. It's just like they want to defund the police, but not their law enforcement. Okay, I mean, they think about what we've done. We've concentrated wealth in just a few people in this country, and who's getting hurt? Blue collar workers. white collar workers. Think about it, the rent's up. The cost of groceries are up. I mean, Trump is busting his butt to try to fix the economy. He got stuck with, and he's gotten gas prices down. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard to get the cost of living down. So if you look at think about you're a blue collar worker. So what's happening to you? One, you watch all the fraud of your federal government, right? You watch the Democrats try to cause your gas prices go up, right? We've got these big companies now that have monopolies. You have your jobs being shipped overseas, and then your taxes go up. What a deal. So we have our work to do to fix what the Democrats have done and what they're continuing to try to do. Right now, the spending bill, the Democrats want to defund ICE and defang ICE. So what they want to say is, no, we like open borders. Maduro, I'm sorry you're in prison, but if you could send us some more criminals, we'd be happy with those criminals coming to our neighborhoods. Not in their neighborhood because they got law enforcement, of course. So, making sure their kids are okay, but everybody else's kids, don't worry about it. That's your problem.
It's insane.
It's crazy. It's insanity.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it's insanity.
Yeah, they hate Trump so much. We know this. So you're saying, look, we know this, that they do want to defund ICE. They take every opportunity. And look, nobody's happy that Renee Good is dead. Nobody's happy that Alex Preddy is dead. Right.
Your heart goes out to her.
Right, of course.
Him.
Of course, but
let's mourn them.
Right, but truth be told, we have arrested, when I say we, Kristi Noem, Tom Homan, and President Trump, hundreds and hundreds of thousands, not two people who were tragically killed. We've arrested hundreds and hundreds of thousands of really bad people, rapists, murderers, drug dealers, people that rape 7-year-old boys and 9-year-old girls. But you know what? You're not going to hear MSN Now talk about that. You're not going to hear CNN talk about that. They're going to talk about Renee Good for 2 freaking weeks, Mr. Scott.
So, by the way, no one wants to see death, right? So, Renee Good, Alex Preddy, your heart goes out, right? I mean, none of us want that to happen. And so your heart goes out to the family. But let's stop and think about it. You have a right to protest in this country, but you don't have the right to obstruct law enforcement. And Mayor Fry and Governor Walz, do you not care about your people? Tell them and help them make sure they're separated from what ICE is trying to do. ICE is trying to make your neighborhood safer, right? And so if you look at this, the individuals, if you protest, we have a right to protest in this country. It's great. You go have your march. Whatever you believe in, you should go do it. But you don't get to obstruct law enforcement. So we, but they don't care. They don't care about your safety because guess what? Walz and Fry, they got plenty of law enforcement taking care of their houses and their kids. If they have grandkids, they're all safe. But we're going to keep these people, on the street. And by the way, there's criminals in jail that should be deported. And the governor and the mayor will not help ICE.
Crazy.
How is that good for that neighborhood?
It's not. It's terrible.
Here's what I believe is going to happen. The Democrats are going to block all funding for Homeland Security in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen. So that means TSA will not be being paid again. Okay, there won't be any more money for FEMA. They say, they care. No, they don't. The Democrats do not care, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure ICE cannot do their job. How is that good for this country? So anybody that voted to not make sure Homeland Security was funded, here's what you should say. When you say Laken Riley, and you say Jocelyn Nungari or Rachel Moran that's murdered by illegal aliens. Yep. Then you don't give a damn what that family's feeling. When you see these little girls have been raped, all right, you say you don't care about what happened to that little girl. That's what when you decide you don't give a damn about Homeland Security funding, that's exactly what you're saying.
See, but if it was that easy, Senator Scott, the great Rick Scott down in Florida, then the midterms should be a cakewalk, right? I mean, President Trump told me personally on this show just a week ago that he's not all that confident because history says that when a Republican president wins, or Democrat for that matter, any president, then the opposing party takes over. But if you make the plea, Rick Scott, that you just made, the Democrats, look how crazy they are. They're not upset when your daughter gets raped. The truth is, I said this last week, and it's going to sound terrible, Senator Scott. It is. I don't care. I actually believe that the Democrats are not all that upset that Good and Preddy were killed. I think they actually, I'm not going to say like it, but they need it so they can further their nonsense and going out there to annihilate ICE. I don't think they're even a little upset, to be real.
By the way, you realize that didn't happen in Florida because our local sheriffs, I just met with some sheriffs, our local sheriffs and our police departments, we work to try to make sure that if you're a criminal in this country, okay, if you're a criminal in this country, you're going to jail. If you're a criminal from another country, you're getting deported, right? We don't want you in this country. So we work with ICE. We work to make sure our state's safe. And so who's making their state unsafe? These mayors and these sheriffs, these sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. And look at people are moving out. People are getting out the hell out of California. They're getting out of Minnesota. They're getting out of New York City. They know that it's bad. So if you have a chance to move, you're moving. They're getting the hell out of there because you care about your kids. They don't care. The Democrats do not care about your kids or your grandkids. I got grandkids. I want them to live in a safe community. So they live in Florida and Texas, states where we support law enforcement.
Listen to this podcast now
On the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.